Welcome to the Diary of the 1%, a podcast for those who refuse to settle for the ordinary and are determined to live a life of excellence. If you have ever wondered what set top achievers apart from the rest, you are in the right place. My name is Rachael Wilson and I am your host. This is episode 10 of this podcast. Today, we are talking about something that could change the direction of your life, your environment, and how it can either grow you or ground you. Let's dive right into it. There is a popular saying that you can't be a lizard in your own country and go to an advanced country and become a crocodile. Now, this saying is meant to remind us that changing location doesn't automatically change your result. But here is the thing, I don't believe this 100% because sometimes a person does not know how powerful they are until they get to an enabling environment. Sometimes you really can't tell how much you can do, how much of a result you can deliver until you get to an environment that enables you and give you that environment and give you that opportunity to grow and become the best of yourself. Let me tell you a story. Imagine two seeds, same type of seed, maybe let me say apple seed or corn. Let me use corn. Same potential. One is planted in a dry, cracked ground, no sunlight. Then another one, this same seed, is planted on a very rich soil, watered irregularly, and placed in the sun. A few months later, one has become a strong tree and the other has not even broken through the ground. Now, was one seed better than the other? No. The same seed, but different environment. The difference was the environment. That's what it's like for many of us. You have ideas, the skills, the drive, but in your environment is dry, discouraging or draining. Your growth will be slow or even non-existent. But once you are in a place that supports your growth, you grow and you flourish. I remember a friend who surrendered herself with a lot of people who meant well for her actually. But every time she shared the big dream, they laugh and they say, "You too, they dream. Calm down, I beg." After a while, she started shrinking. Our own ideas started leaving her. She stopped talking about the dreams. But one day, she joined an online community of entrepreneurs. People were talking about how they are launching businesses, applying for grants, traveling for conferences. And guess what? Something suddenly came alive. She saw possibilities. It became confident again. She started acting on things she had been dreaming about. Same person, but different results simply because of a different environment. So how do you recognize environment that enables growth? Can you tell if your kind of environment enables you to grow or not? Here are a few signs that would let you know. You feel encouraged, not belittled. Now, any environment that makes you feel belittled, any environment that makes you feel like, oh, I think I'm too small to do this. I think I'm too small to do that. I think I'm too small to be dreaming of things like this. I think I'm too small to own a business. That environment is not a good one for you. Secondly, people speak life into your dreams. Now, when you see people who talk down on your dream, sometimes when you share dreams with people, not everybody sees the possibility. As a matter of fact, no vision speaks from the beginning. So for everyone that encourages you, they're encouraging because they're seeing from the light of who you are going to become. Surround yourself with people who speak down on your dream. Such environment will not allow you to grow. The third thing is there's access to resources, information, or mentors. This is very important. Environment where you don't have access to resources. Environment where you have people that you don't want to be like them. You have a lot of people that surround you and you cannot boastfully say, I want to be like this person. They are not your mentors. Then it is not an environment that will enable you to grow. It is time for you to take a leap and shift. Mistakes are treated as learning, not failure. This is one area I want you to understand very well, our environment. When you're in an area where they always make you see your mistakes, does it mean you should always do the wrong things? No. But in an enabling environment, when you make mistake, they treat it as if it is part of the learning. Let's keep moving. You did not fail. They encourage you even when you make mistake. And lastly, you feel seen, heard, and supported. In an enabling environment, they will see you. When you are doing things, they're not looking at it as if you're trying to outshine them. They recognize you for who you are. They see potentials in you. They listen to you when you share your dream and they support your dream. That is what an enabled environment looks like. If your current space doesn't feel like that, you may need to ask yourself, is this where I'm meant to grow, or this is where I'm meant to pass through? Some places are not your growing place. You are just passing by. It is also important you recognize such places. I know sometimes situation can get difficult and you are just caught up in a place where you can't actually live. And the question is, what if I can't live at the moment? Let's be honest, sometimes you can't just pack your bags and leave. You might still live with family or jobs, or finances might even be holding you back. But here is something powerful. You can start changing your environment from the inside. Now, let me go back to the saying that says that you cannot be a lizard in your own country and get to advanced country and immediately become a crocodile. And this is where that saying can be justified. Because sometimes when you can be in an enabled environment, if your mind has not grown to that point, that is where the issue is. The same thing applies to when you are in an environment that is not encouraging you, but you cannot live. This is one powerful thing you can do. Start changing your mind. Let your mind begin to shift from the environment where you are. Let me tell you a short story. Today was a university student who lived in a noisy compound. Everyone around him did not care about school, just music, party, vibe. But today had a dream. He wanted more. So every night when everyone has gone to bed, probably they are done with the parties, everywhere is quiet. Today we come out with torchlight. Don't forget, it's an environment where there is no even electricity. But he got a small torchlight. He will stay outside, read about leadership, entrepreneurship. Fortunately, he found a WhatsApp group where people were talking about visions and growth. Eventually, he found a mentor online. And even though his physical environment did not change immediately, his mindset began to shift. The thinking pattern shifted. Why? Because of the materials he has been reading, because of the kind of people he has been listening to. One thing about this our generation is we are blessed, and one of the greatest tools is internet. Even if you cannot leave your present environment, leverage on the internet. Let your mind travel to places where you have not been to. Let me go back to today's story. A few years later, he got a scholarship abroad, and now it's helping others get scholarship, and it's changing life, moving people from their present environment. They go to enabled environment, pick lessons, come back to their former environment, and begin to help others grow as well. So eventually, when you are shifted in your mind, and as a result of your mind shift, you experience shift physically, you are not the only person that benefits from it. Everybody around you begins to benefit from your growth. How do you start changing your environment? Here are a few steps you can take today. Read books that expound your thinking. I mentioned earlier that wherever your mind has not gotten to, high chances that you are not going to be there. I know there is this popular program that used to happen maybe years ago. I don't know if they still do it. Who wants to be a millionaire? Quite a number of people were beneficiary of that program. They were given 1 million naira, couples of millions to start business and the likes. But the question is, how many of them are millionaires today? The difference is just that they were given millions in their hands, but they don't have the millionaire mindset. So, wherever you want to go to, start thinking about it. Read books that expand your thinking. The second thing is join community, which is one of the things we are talking about. People could be environment. The type of people that surround you determines how far you are going to go. The people you listen to, the people who advise you, the people we discuss with, the first person, the first contact that hears about your dream, your next goal, your next step. And that brings us to the next one. Protect your energy. Stop explaining your dream to people who does not believe in you. Stop explaining your dream to people who will not support you. Stop talking to those who does not even understand what you are doing. Save your energy for people who really desire growth. Ask yourself regularly, is this place helping me grow? This is one thing we fail to do. A part of me in my career journey, I'm a data analyst. And I always tell people that everyone is a data analyst. Some people just do it professionally. So one thing we fail to do is we fail to analyze where we are at every point in time. And that is what this point is hammering. Ask yourself regularly, is this where I want to be? Are these people I want to be like? And when you ask yourself those questions, sincerely answer them, because the answer you give to them will determine your next move. Don't deceive yourself. Tell yourself the sincere answer. Take small steps. Sometimes changing your environment isn't about a big move. It's a shift in who you listen to, what you watch, and how you think. Are you ready to grow and change your environment? Here are some books I will recommend. Atomic Habits. I've mentioned Atomic Habits in almost all my podcasts. This book is overloaded. It teaches you how to build the right habits and shape your environment to support them. Another book I will mention is The Slight Edge by Rachael Wilson. Shows how little things done consistently can create big results. If you listen to the introduction of this podcast, it says that it is a podcast for those who refuse to settle for the ordinary and are determined to live a life of excellence. If you have ever wondered what sets top achievers apart, now, what sets top achievers apart are not necessarily the big things. Sometimes there are little things, daily routines that amount to bigger results. And that is what this book talks about, The Slight Edge. Now, The Outliner by Gladwell helps you understand how success is tied to environment, timing, and culture. And the last book I'll mention is The Power of Who by Bob Budden. Reviews how the right people in your life can unlock new doors. Never you overlook the power of people that surround you. And that is what this book will teach you, the power of who, recognizing people in your life. Let me leave you with this truth. You were never meant to be small. If your current environment does not see your greatness, find one that does. And if you can't find one just yet, create one. Growth doesn't happen by accident, it happens by design. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Diary of the 1%. If you have found this helpful, please share with a friend, leave a review, and send a message. I would love to know how you are growing, the steps you are taking. Until next time, stay inspired, stay brave, and keep growing. Thank you. See you in the next episode.